Hello everyone. Hello, this is Kai at the Thrifting Channel. Welcome back to my channel. It is 8:54 in the morning and everything is still kind of quiet in the house. So I was thinking, and I want to share those thoughts with you. They're not new thoughts. We've been down this road before as resellers, but as you can see, I'm on a journey here. We all are. And if I get a moment like I have had for about an hour to just sit back and think, and I'm going to be saying something you already know, you probably just need to hear it again. Um, so here goes. Ready? Okay. So here I am. I did a live last week and I'm talking about where the sales go. Incidentally, I watched two other YouTubers last week say the same thing. These YouTubers have 14, 15, 16,000 subscribers, okay? They were saying the exact same thing. Sales were slow. I was like, okay, so it ain't me, right? It's not me. It's the whole thing. Um, and I know that these YouTubers are successful. And so if they're complaining about no sales or slow sales, then, um, you know, I don't have as many subscribers as they have, or people looking at my stuff as they have. I have literally not even 10% of the subscribers that these people have. So if they're complaining and they made it up there, then yeah, kind of brings me back to what I was saying. Where are the sales? So I had actually some questions about some things which I was wonderfully ready to answer this weekend. And so I answered the questions. Um, but and then I had one sale, which you guys, I don't know if you're like me. I'm humbled by every single sale I have. Every single sale. I do get nervous when I don't see them coming through because this is what I do. But I appreciate every bit of income that there is to make from a sale. So, what is it that this video is about, right? What is she talking about? What is that one thing that we must do? And I look at it this way. I live around four actual thrift stores, but I only go to three within walking distance of me. And yeah, there's four around me, but I go to three of them because one of them is a Goodwill, and this particular Goodwill, I don't know, they really think that they are like Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom's because that stuff in there sometimes is insane price, crazy prices. Okay, nonetheless, when I do go to the thrift stores, I go in and I'm going through the racks and I'm looking for things. And then I come across something and I buy it, right? What if I go back the next day and they haven't put out new inventory? I'm not gonna go. Obviously you would know. You're looking for something. You're running into the same old crap that you have the day before, or the day before, or the day before, right? So what I'm thinking and what I've thought many times over is that, look, we are basically thrift stores. We are basically little mini thrift stores. And I also have equated us to being Targets. No matter what, we are a store. Okay. You can have as many platforms as you want, but no matter where your platforms are, you're still a store. You have inventory, you sell items, you're a store, pretty much. So what happens when someone comes into your store and they're shopping around and they're like, this is the same old crap that was here before. Picked over. That is the key word. Picked over. Nobody's going to want your picked over stuff. And this leads me to say that, and again, sales were slow, but I kept listing, putting up new things. But if you are not consistently listing a large amount, I hate to say it, a large amount of items, you are not going to see the kind of sales that you want to see. Now, let me go back just a little bit. If you are someone that sells things that have a low cost of goods and you sell them for a higher amount, of course, um, then you would probably want to sell more versus having selected items to sell for more but have less of the items. It's escaping me. I have not had breakfast yet, so let me I'm gonna be walking around. You'll hear me just talking, but open the fridge. There's my food in here. Um, you are going to experience less sales if you don't make sure that you are listing consistently. I don't care how many nice things you have up. If those things are stale and they've been in there a long time, we all know the whole go ahead and relist it thing. That's fine too. I'm talking about fresh inventory. You may have to pull down some of that old stuff and I wouldn't say donate it, but put it on another platform so it's new in another place. Um, but you got to list. You got to list, guys. So I had been on a little bit of a roll with listing. I was listing. It's going to sound small, but it's not easy. I was listing 10 items per day for about a good 10 days. And I started to notice that even if I'm listing 10 items per day, some of my items became stale because they're getting pushed back. They're not getting the views that I need, and I need to get rid of the stuff. So you constantly have to put up new inventory, or the stuff is going to sit there. Unless it's some brand new with tags, Birkin bag, um, things will sit. I've got things in my closet on Poshmark right now that I've had in there for a couple of years. I wouldn't consider them bad buys, but I definitely wouldn't buy them again. But at the same time, these things have been picked over. For some reason, they have not met the right buyer. What does that mean? That means I have to continue to list and continue to list and continue to list. So if you are not having strong sales right now and you have time to list more because you're not going to the post office like me, um, list more. If you are listing 5 items a day, that is huge. That's huge. If you're listing 10 items a day, that's amazing. My goal is to get to 25 items per day for at least 10 days straight. That way, whatever customers are going to go pick through and buy, they'll have, of course, that available. And then I don't have to look at the other stuff because I will eventually pull that if it doesn't sell and and find another way to sell that. So you can constantly keep a rotation of your inventory. And it will also let you know what you might want to purchase in the future versus not buy anymore. I'm going to do a what sold. I'm going to put that what sold up on my Patreon first, and then I will release it in March on my YouTube channel. If you at any level, um, you get to hang out at on my Patreon to see exclusives. I believe you are at the $9 level. So if you're at the $9 level, you can see what I sold in January. I thought the sales were good. And I will break everything down And those videos are going to be extremely long because I don't just want to get up here and say, hey, this is a shirt. It sold for $10. My cost of goods was this. I really want to go into the brand of the item, the time of year it was sold, the material that it's made from, because that might help you figure out what you want to buy for the time of the year. The actual item itself, and so on and so on. So I want to do deep dives into what sold to try to give you an idea of what sells in a certain time, and that way you can prepare for the next time when you run into a certain brand, whether or not it's a good buy. Because again, the goal is not to collect all this stuff like I have in my house right now. The goal is to have it temporarily. This is just a holding space, pretty much. And we needed to get moving. But first and foremost, gotta get listing. Gotta get listing. If you want to join my listing challenge for March, I will announce that on Patreon as well. So please look into that. Think about it. I am not here to say you better join. No, I actually only want a specific amount and mindset of people to join. That's it. I want those people, normal people like me, who want to move forward and just try to figure this all out. We're never going to get it 100% correct, but the journey is going to be filled with bright spots, and that's what I want to take with you. Feel free to take a look at my Patreon page right now. If you want to join for a small amount of time, fine. If you want to join forever, I thank you so much. But I want to take this journey together. This is Kai at the Thrifting Channel. You got to list your stuff. Listing challenge for next month for March is coming. I will give you all the details, and the giveaways that we will have at the end of the challenge are going to be phenomenal. You're going to like them. We'll talk about that later. But first, I'm going to get my breakfast. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in here and list 10 items. I'll talk to you soon.